Really coming down out there. Thankfully, no thunderstorm warnings, but flash flooding is occurring across much of the region right now. Want to give you the latest update on the severe weather risk. The flooding is the main concern right now with the heavy rain. We're getting an inch to close to 3 inches in some places per hour. Damaging wind, I've lowered that just a bit, but we could still have some gusty winds as this line of storms continues to push southeastward right over the Baton Rouge area. The worst getting to Hammond right now, Lafayette getting a bit of an interesting cell as well. But as I mentioned, flash flooding occurring Baton Rouge, the metro area, Port Allen, Bruley, Addis, even into St. George and Gardere. Flash flood warnings for now continues until midnight as these heavy bands of rain continue to pummel the capital city region, and radar estimates indicating anywhere between 3 to 4 inches of rain in some isolated spots across town. We're getting street flooding, especially in poor drainage areas and urban areas on top of that. Flash flood warning continues for residents in Tangipahoa Parish. This includes viewers in Kentwood and Tangipahoa and Amite. You'll notice that we do have a flash flood warning as well, still continuing for residents in Clinton, also for Centerville, Mississippi, Gloucester, and Liberty, where they've had a bunch of rain this evening, and that rain still continues. Also, keep in mind, just to the Highway 569 to the north of, just north of Liberty, is closed due to flooding. So you can see this is a serious situation as the line continues to push eastward. Yes, it's undergoing a little bit of weakening, but it's slow to weaken because we're still getting some of those intense heavy bands of rain, and that's going to continue overnight. I'm going to stop our future cast at midnight, still looking at the same areas getting in on that rain, but eventually it should make its way a little farther to the south. But we are going to keep the chances of rain in the forecast even after 3 o'clock. Now, some of the latest model runs are indicating that we may not get nearly as much rain for our coastal parishes, especially Morgan City on southward, but the severe weather threat, thankfully, will be out of here before sunrise. Now, keep in mind, we will still have enough convection behind that line to maybe spawn a few additional showers and non-severe thunderstorms, possibly off and on throughout your Sunday. Not for everyone, but the potential for additional rain will be there for Sunday. Speaking of Sunday, if you haven't done so already, remember, we spring forward tonight. Daylight saving time will begin, so be sure to move those clocks forward 1 hour and before you go to bed. And also, this will be a good time to check those batteries and change them on your carbon monoxide and smoke detectors. Want to show you our Sky 9 and Gordon McKernan camera. This is I-10 in the Baton Rouge area. The heavy rain coming down. You can see the flashes of lightning. Not really the kind of weather you want to drive in, but many of us don't have a choice. So if you know anyone on the roads, just make sure travel safely. 68 degrees right now. Heavy thunderstorms still coming down at Baton Rouge Metro. Morning lows going to be slightly cooler. Still going to be muggy though, folks. We're still going to be in the 60s regardless because of the clouds and the rain, and with this frontal system, there's not much cold air behind it. So we've got another round of 70s tomorrow, but depending on who gets the rain and how long it stays, some of you may get lower or may not even reach the mid to upper 70s. But if you don't get the rain, it's going to be another warm one. We're just replacing the 80s with 70s on tomorrow. We do have a chance of some afternoon showers on storms on Monday. Tuesday looks calm, but our next cold front brings another chance of storms on Wednesday and a brief cool down for Thursday only. Highs are going to be in the 60s for then, and then it's all uphill temperature wise after that. We're back in the 70s and 80s by next weekend.